So let's move on to the next question, guys. In this question, we are given the coordinates of the triangle are x comma 1, 5 comma 1 and 5 comma y, right? We are also given that x is equals to y, x is less than 5 and y is greater than 1. We are also given that the angle at the vertex x comma 1 is equals to angle at the vertex 5 comma y, right? And we have to compare the area of the triangle and 3. So for these questions, firstly, let's visualize and let's draw a diagram, right? Okay. So we know what are the vertex, what are the coordinates of the triangle. The first coordinate is, let's say 5 comma 1, right? So let's say 5 is somewhere over here, right? And 1 is somewhere over here. So this becomes a point. So this is one coordinate, right? I hope this makes sense. The other coordinate is 5 comma y, right? And y is greater than 1, which means, for example, something like 5 comma 2, 5 comma 3, 5 comma 4, or 5 comma 1.1, 5 comma 1.6, 5 comma 2.8, anything. But for simplicity, let's take integers, right? So the other point is 5 comma 2, 5 comma 3, let's say. So for example, if this is y, I don't know where y is. It can be 1.1, it can be 10, it can be 100, right? But let's say this is y, right? So where will the point 5 comma y be? The 5 comma y point is where the x coordinate is 5, right? So 5 comma y. So this becomes the point. I hope this makes sense, right? This is 5 comma 1, right? This is 5 comma 1 and this point is 5 comma y. This is in a straight vertical line because the x coordinate of both is same, right? So tell me one thing, if this is 5 comma 1, right, and this is 5 comma y, then what is the distance between these 2 points? The distance between these 2 points is how much? So this distance is 1, this whole distance is y, so this middle distance becomes y minus 1, right? I hope this makes complete sense. This point is 5 comma 1, that means this distance is 1, right? And this distance is y entire, so this middle distance becomes y minus 1, right? Okay, now we have one more point, x comma 1, right? And we are given x is less than 5, right? That means x can be somewhere over here, here, anywhere, because x is less than 5. Again, for simplicity, let's assume that x is somewhere over here. I don't know where x is, but let's assume x is somewhere over here, right? So what the other point is, x comma 1, right? So x comma 1, so this becomes our point. I hope this makes sense. So this point is what? This point is x comma 1, right? X comma 1. Okay. So can you tell what is the triangle over here? The triangle becomes this, right? So this becomes a triangle. I hope this makes complete sense, right? Okay, now tell me one more thing. If this is x, that means the distance from the origin to this point is x, and the distance from the origin to this point is 5. Then what is the distance in the middle? The distance in the middle becomes 5 minus x. I hope this makes complete sense, right? Okay. Now tell me one thing. We are given that x is equals to y, right? So one equation for us becomes x is equals to y. Right? X is equals to y becomes one equation. We are also given that the angle at the vertex x comma 1. Angle at the vertex x comma 1, what does this mean? Angle, this is the vertex x comma 1, right? So angle at the vertex means this angle, right? Is equals to the angle at the vertex 5 comma y. What is 5 comma y? 5 comma y is here. So the angle at the vertex 5 comma y means this angle. So the angle at the vertex x comma 1 is equals to angle at the vertex 5 comma y. This means this angle is equals to this angle, right? Now we also know that in a triangle, if two angles are equal, the corresponding sides will be equal, right? So if this angle is equals to this angle, that means this side should be equal to this side. I hope this makes complete sense, right? That means 5 minus x should be equal to y minus 1. Pretty simple, right? So now we have got two equations. So let's solve it. So if we put x equals to y, so 5 minus y is equals to y minus 1, 2y 6. So y comes out to be 3, right? And if y is 3, x equals to y, so x will also be 3. I hope this is completely fine, right? Now tell me one thing. We have to find the area of the triangle, right? What is the area of the triangle? The area of the triangle is half into base into height. So what is the base? The base is 5 minus x. So the base becomes what? 5 minus x, which means 5 minus 3, which is 2. This becomes the base. And what is the height? And remember, this is 90, right? Because this is a straight line. Okay. And what is the height? The height is this, which is y minus 1. So height becomes y minus 1, right? Which is 3 minus 1, which is 2. So the base is 2, the height is 2. So the area becomes what? Half into base into height, which is 2 into 2, which is 2. So the area of the triangle is 2, no matter what, right? So that is why this part becomes 2. Now obviously 3 is greater than 2, right? That means the right hand side is greater than the left hand side. So your final answer becomes B. I hope this should be absolutely clear.